Right, well here we have our third and final instalment of our Dorset trip. If you have missed either of the first two instalments, the link is in the description so you can go check them out. We're going to pick this up on our last day in Dorset where we go and do some fossil hunting. Morning!
Morning.
Right, we've had a little bit of a lazy morning today, but now we're on our way to Lyme Regis and a little place called Charmouth to do a bit more of what we really enjoyed when we were at Whitby, which was fossil hunting. We're going to a beach in Lyme Regis and a beach in Charmouth, both famed for fossil finding and a good chance of finding fossils. So we're looking forward to that, something we really enjoyed. We've even bought some tools, haven't we? We've bought a rock hammer and some little chisels just in case we find anything interesting.
Yeah, because if we find any of those rocks that look like they might have an ammonite inside them, we didn't really have the tools to do it properly when we were at Whitby. If we'd have found anything, we wouldn't have been able to tap them open properly. So we've got some chisels and a hammer, and so if we do find anything like that, we'll be able to try and open them, see if we can find any fossils that way.
Absolutely, and then I think we're probably going to get some fish and chips. We found what looks like, hopefully, fingers crossed, a nice fish and chip place. And then we're going to get some fish and chips to sort of finish the day off.
Yeah.
So let's get on the road. I think we've got about an hour or so to get to this Lyme Regis.
Yeah, it's quite a way, I think.
But then once we're there, obviously we can sort of have a look around the area and see if we can find some fossils. Well, we've come to Lyme Regis. We've parked on the Monmouth Beach car park, which is pretty much on the beach, isn't it really?
Yeah.
Just off the beach. We ended up with I didn't think we were going to get parked. Super tight car park, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really had to keep your wits about you. But we actually managed to find a really awesome space that was like only one person to park beside you. It's in the corner, so the next space beside you is massive because it's like triangular.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've just gone for a walk down the beach. We didn't really find anything. There's loads of like fossils like on the beach, like that are in huge rocks,
Yeah.
which look really cool. And there's obviously, I think you can see behind, a lot of landslips, which is where you find a lot of the fossils. But yeah, we didn't really find anything.
Didn't find anything, no.
So we're going to move on to this Charmouth place and see what we can find there. So we have relocated to Charmouth Beach. I think I might have called it Monmouth, but that's where we just were, wasn't it?
We were on the Monmouth Beach car park.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But then
we're at Charmouth now.
Yeah. So parked up just off the beach. And from what I've read online, you need to walk down the beach towards Lyme Regis till you get to a place called Black Ven, which is like a bit of coastal like rocks basically, and that's your best bet for finding fossils. So we're just heading down there now. Nothing found so far. There's plenty of people on the beach looking, so I'm guessing there is stuff to find. So let's see if we can find something. So we've walked along the beach to Black Ven, just scouring stuff. We have found some iron pyrite deposits, which are these things, I think. Now, we were reading online that this suggests that you should be able to find some little fossils that have been fossilised in iron pyrite, and literally within like a few moments of finding them, we found this tiny little one, didn't we?
Yeah, it is really tiny. I don't know if I'll get it to focus on it. It's really tiny.
It's pretty though, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you had like a larger one of them, it'd be amazing. So yeah, we're just sort of searching in here with our trusty new axe, sort of hammer chisel thing. See if we can find anything. Right, well, we're back at the van. I think we're both feeling a bit weary now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I don't know, just walking on the beach is quite tiresome, isn't it?
It is, because it's like sand's not the easiest thing
surface,
to walk on, and there's quite a lot of rocks as well.
So I think it's time to get some dinner. So I think we're thinking fish and chips, aren't we? There's a fish and chip shop literally at the end of the road. So I think we're going to go there, grab some fish and chips, probably come back and eat them on this car park, because there doesn't seem to be anywhere else we can go to eat them around here.
No. Well, this is a nice place anyway. You can see.
Yeah, it's nice enough sea view. Maybe I'll
reverse in when we come back.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a relatively successful fossil hunt, I would say.
We found some.
We didn't get loads of stuff, but a few little bits, mainly smaller fossils seemingly on these beaches compared to Whitby, where there was bigger things, weren't there?
There was some bigger ones, yeah.
And much more abundant seemingly on Whitby, or where we were in Whitby.
Yeah, Saltwick Bay, wasn't
That's
it? Near Whitby. But we did find some. We'll have to, they're quite small, so we might have to do some like close-ups on and show you what we've got.
Yeah,
but
we'll put it on
they're
screen.
all ammonite fossils
of
some fossilised in iron pyrite.
Or fool's gold.
Fool's gold, yeah, it's more commonly known as. Yeah. I would say not quite as successful as Whitby, but still we found some. So
still good fun though, isn't it?
Yeah,
trying to find
it's
stuff,
fun
and when
looking.
you find something that's really nice. But yeah, enjoyed that. And the tool we bought, the hammer, like rock hammer we bought, really came in handy, didn't it?
Yeah, that was quite good.
Mainly
for,
to like
scrape,
digging, in the sand, to be fair.
Yeah, because when you found those iron pyrite deposits, you were like, oh, this is a good place to have a scrape around, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we found a few bits, didn't we? So.
Yeah.
Right, I think it's time for fish and chips. Oh, we'll try again. The camera died when we were filming that. So we had some fish and chips from Charmouth Fish Bar, which was lovely. We actually took them back to the car park where we stopped at to do the fossil hunting, and we managed to park in a way that we could eat the fish and chips while overlooking like the river. It was really nice, wasn't it? I would say fish and chips were lovely, if a little pricey.
They were nice enough. They just for the portion size you got, just thought it was a bit pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, we ate the fish and chips there, and then we've just made our way back, haven't we? It took about an hour or so to get back to the site.
Yeah.
And then this is our last night, isn't it?
Yeah, which is kind of sad, isn't it?
I think we've done 6 nights here, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've really enjoyed this. It's been really good fun. It's not over though. Tomorrow we are going to visit Cerne Abuss tomorrow.
Yes.
And have a look at the Giant, hopefully get some drone footage of that. So that looked cool. And then you said you found a brewery that we could maybe pop in.
There is possibly a brewery.
To get like a beer and then maybe some takeouts for home. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. We will catch up with you tomorrow when we're on the way to Cerne Abuss. Well, we've had a decent pack up this morning. I don't know, we didn't like rush to get it done, did we? Because we knew we didn't have to get off till 11.
No, we're fairly chill, weren't we?
So yeah, we packed away, managed to get everything away dry, which is good. Even managed to clean some of the bird poo off some of the items.
Yeah, the awning had a bit of bird poo on, didn't it?
Which was annoying. But yeah, then we've come to Cerne Giant, which is at Cerne Abuss. And yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? It's really weird from here. It doesn't look like amazing. But
because the viewpoint is quite low, really.
Yeah.
If you could do with a higher viewpoint, I think it's best viewed from like up above.
But as soon as you get the drone up, it's amazing. Like it looks so good. Like it looks a bit washed out here, but as soon as the drone's up, it's bright white. It's amazing.
Yeah, it does say on that thing over there, it depends what angle you view it from as to how
really?
white it looks.
Oh wow, that'll explain why it doesn't look that white from here again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they have to. They don't really know, do they? Like how old it is.
No, didn't you say they've done some?
They've been doing
carbon dating or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think the National Trust and I think it's some people from a university. It might be the University of Gloucester, I think. Have done some, like they've taken some samples and stuff to try and work out, like to date it really. But I don't know.
There's some suggestion that it could be like Saxon times.
Possibly. But I still don't think they're very sure.
It's very cool though. It's
but
crazy that it's like been there for that long time as well.
And it's just
Amazing.
A giant with a massive knob like, on a hillside.
Yeah.
It's so random, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But it's very cool.
I think they have to look after it, you know. I think they have to redo it every 7 to 10 years or something, just to make sure it stays.
Like cut the grass around it so it doesn't just grow over it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Otherwise you won't be able to see it.
So yeah, some maintenance has to be done, I think. But it's just a really fun thing to see.
Yeah, and it's obviously cool, just a little stop on the way home, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a brewery literally in Cerne Abuss, so we're going to go there and maybe have one beer. Obviously I'm driving, so it'll only be one beer. And then might get some takeouts for later on when we're home. And see what this brewery's like.
Yeah.
We found the brewery. It was probably about 5 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
Probably not even that. What am I drinking? You went and got me beers, didn't you?
It's a giant session, it's called.
It's nice.
I just thought it was the lowest alcohol one.
It's nice, I like it.
I know you like a session one. I've got the same. I got 2 halves because I wanted to try 2 different ones. So I've got the same, the giant session, and then I've got one called Styrian Wolf, I think it's called.
That's a great name for a beer.
Well, I thought, you know.
I love that.
The name sounds good, so I'm going to try that one.
So I think from here we're just going to head home, aren't we? Possibly make a stop on the way back, maybe get something to eat. But yeah, what do we think? So campsite, what do we think of the campsite?
I loved it.
Yeah, it's really good.
A lot more than I thought I would, because obviously we'd seen some reviews that weren't the best.
I think mainly the only thing I could really criticise is the fact that the pitches are so unlevel.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like this much unlevel on your van or something, so quite a bit. But apart from that, there's nothing I could be like complain about it. Great location, great toilet block.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's not the nicest toilet block in the world, but it's also not the.
It's modern enough, though, isn't it?
It's definitely.
Obviously, everything you possibly need. The pitches are great in terms of, you know, you've got hedge both sides. The back of your pitch, the ones we were on, had shade pretty much from like 12 o'clock onwards. So if it's a hot day and you need to stay in the shade, you've got loads of space on the pitch to do that.
Yeah.
It almost felt like you got a back garden, didn't it?
It did.
That's what it felt like.
It was
obviously
pitch.
Because we got the awning and the van, they sort of blocked the whole pitch, so you couldn't actually really see.
I noticed the ones on the other side, like opposite us, didn't have so much like at the back.
Yeah, I wonder whether
they look more level though, those pitches.
They did, yeah, but they were also narrower, weren't they? I wonder whether those were pitches where people don't have awnings. Obviously, where we were, we had an awning, so maybe that's why. Because a lot of people down our side had awnings, didn't they?
Yeah.
I
don't think I wouldn't stay on the sea view ones.
No, I think that's just fraught with difficulty, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that you don't keep your pitch, the fact you can't leave anything on your pitch. I think it might be nice for a night, but then I think you know, like we've been out 3 days in the van, have we? 4 days in the van or something, and each time we've left loads of stuff behind. We
because we've
do
left
that.
the awning behind and everything.
But
I think the main thing is the fact that the toilets, I don't think you can easily access from those pictures, those CV pictures, the toilets that we were using.
No.
Without walking quite a way.
Yeah.
And you'd have to use the closest toilets to you are the ones that are used by all the public that go to Durdle.
Yeah, and I have to say the gents
You
absolutely
went in,
stunk. Oh my god, you wouldn't want to use it. It's properly gross. But in terms of location, no, absolutely amazing. Like so close to Durdle Door, Lorworth Cove, and then obviously you can get to loads of places on the Jurassic Coast from there. Obviously we went to Lyme Regis one day, so yeah, I think the location was amazing. I was really pleased with that. I think the week cost us about $350-ish. I can't remember exactly. It might be more like $330. I'll put it on screen exactly what it was. Which, I mean, the going rate seems to just be going up and up. But I didn't think that was too bad for where we were, location and what we got for the site and stuff. Obviously, also on the site you've got the pub it serves food, although they had a reduced menu while we were there. But the pieces were nice enough, weren't they?
Yeah, they were alright.
So yeah, and then
nice little convenience shop.
Yep, definitely. They had most things that you would want in there, didn't they?
Yeah,
you
even
know.
some like gifty stuff as well.
Yeah, and you've bought some gift stuff, haven't you? To take people back.
I'll have to drop some B-roll of the
bits
I brought.
Even some like local produce in there, like you bought some chutney and some barbecue sauce that was like
local
locally
Dorset,
made.
Dorset stuff. Yeah.
And then in terms of, obviously this is the first time we've been to Dorset. I thought it was amazing. Some of the beaches were incredible.
Yeah.
And the water, some of the colours of the water was just mental.
Yeah.
Like bright blue. Like almost like you're in the Mediterranean or something.
Yeah.
Except when you get in and it's freezing cold.
Yeah, it was a bit fresh.
To be fair, it wasn't freezing cold. It was all right. It was one of them ones where you have to sort of acclimatise to it a little bit.
Yeah, once you do, you're all right. Once you get your shoulders under, you're all right.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this holiday. I think it's been fantastic. Real chilled. I think we've done well to be busy doing stuff and seeing stuff, but also have downtime just to chill and relax, you know, which is all important while you're on holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've kept a good balance, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And first time we've used the awning for like a year, and that seemed fine.
Yeah, I enjoyed
like
using the
I
awning.
remembered how to put it up and put it down, so that was obviously a positive.
Yeah. It's nice to have the awning sometimes, you know, because we can put the toilet in there, we can have the big Yeti and everything in there, and it's just...
I do think it's especially nice when you can't have a fire.
Yeah, because
I think
it's
that's
a nice
the trade-off,
social
isn't it?
area.
Yeah, so like in the evenings we were just sat in there either playing cards or watching some YouTube or whatever, or just chilling. Obviously, if you got the ability to have a fire, you might have been having a fire outside and instead of that. So yeah, it's been nice. Obviously, it also gives that storage space to chuck stuff.
Yeah,
so
especially if you're nipping out.
Exactly.
And stuff,
Yeah.
You can leave some bits behind in there, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. And we've had absolutely glorious weather while we've been here. But obviously, if you do have rubbish weather and it's raining, obviously it gives you somewhere to stay that's a bit bigger than the van.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been very enjoyable. And then just on the site, there's there's like an adventure play area, isn't there? If you've got kids.
Yeah, it looks a bit like an assault course.
Yeah,
It's
it
got
does.
like a bit of a climbing wall and some ropes and stuff like that. That looks quite good actually.
And then the other thing to say is there seems to be loads of options to stay on this site. Obviously, you can stay in a van, motorhome, caravan like we've done. Obviously, you've got to bring that yourself. There's tents. You can stay in a tent here or at the site.
Yeah, we do take tents.
There's some like camping pods.
Yeah, there was like some shepherd hut looking
Oh, shepherd's huts as well. Yeah.
There was those wooden pods.
Yeah.
And then there was some that almost looked a bit like half a caravan. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it was almost like a chalet, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a little-
almost like a bedroom and then a living area, like tiny little thing. Like you say, about half the size of a
but they
static
look
caravan.
they look a bit like a static caravan.
Yeah, they look quite cool. And then obviously it looks like there's loads of static caravans on the site, which I'm assuming you can hire out for like a week or whatever. So yeah, lots of options actually to stay on the site if you haven't got tent, caravan, motorhome, etc. Right, well that'll be it from us on this trip. We've really enjoyed this one. We hope you've enjoyed it with us. We've packed loads in. Hopefully that's come across in the video. If you have liked the video, drop the video a like. It really helps with the algorithms. If you're new here and want to follow along with our travels, subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.